Welcome, fellow castigators, to Brotocracy. I am here with Jensen and Micah.
Bruh.
Now, last time we only got to talk to about a couple of things, just a couple of articles, because after only about 15 to 20 minutes of talking, the room I was recording in flooded, and it was horrible. And
horrible.
Yes.
we spent a good deal of time dealing with that. And so now
The
we're
hole has been breached.
finally back.
The hole has been
later.
patched. All those pirate mini games came in handy.
So first we're going to finish that news just real quick. And
Yes.
then we'll get on to some more recent stuff. But it'll all be relatively recent. Although it's really funny because there's one article that got very quickly resolved, and it just completely changed everything I was going to do with that article. So that'll be funny. So last time what we were talking about was we talked about the big beautiful bill, which has now since passed, although it's getting picked apart by judges and some things are getting blocked by said judges. So it's passed, but also not quite functional.
Yes.
So on one side of things, it's like, oh, it passed, that sucked, and then on the other's hand, it's like, well, we'll see what happens.
I'll still have checks and balances.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just not happy with it. But if you want to hear my opinions on that, you can just rewind to the flood stream.
Yeah.
If you so see fit. And I just want to go over an article real quick to put it in perspective if you're feeling bad about America's future. I have a few articles that are not in the link below that I just wanted to go over real quick. Not really big conversation pieces, but worth pointing out, I think. So, around 200 Christians were killed in Nigeria.
Oh.
I believe.
Well then.
It was a couple weeks ago. And basically what happened is the Christian Nigerians, they set up a Catholic charity where they were like housing homeless people.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly like displaced people. Like they accepted a bunch of just herdsmen who, unbeknownst to them, had been radicalized by Islam. And so they housed them in these buildings, these empty buildings that were repurposed as, temporary accommodations for them. Right in their, the market square of the town. The guys started shouting Allahu Akbar and just macheting people to death.
Well.
And
I mean,
around 200 people more or less died.
200 from some machetes, bruh?
Jeez, he's skilled.
Damn.
Yeah.
This is why we have guns.
Apparently
Guns
it was
beat
also,
knives.
Also fire.
Uh-oh.
So they
set fire to the building?
Yeah, they set said accommodations on fire, and that got a lot of people too. And then, the people who were scurrying out, running for their lives, got a nasty surprise upon exiting. So it was, I mean, they weren't skilled, I don't think. I think they made it easy for themselves by, setting fire to the building and funneling these people out and just slicing them down. It's just horrible. And I mean, what a terrible position to be in. I mean, what do you even do in that situation?
That's like the perfect allegory for
imagine
religions.
Your house is on fire, and in front of the only available doorway is a man with a knife. Like, what do you do?
I would just tackle him, I guess. Freaking whatever.
Well, I'm sure.
I mean, I mean, that's just that's no good. It's a very allegorical account of the two religious factions.
Yeah.
The Christians are helping the homeless, taking people in, non-discrimination, just be like, yeah, we're going to house you. And then they're just like, oh, yeah, well, I am going to kill everyone and burn the house down.
I'm going to kill you for being nice.
And then I'm going to, yeah. That sucks.
Holy shit.
They should have security somehow. I don't know how, but
well, it's it's a poor town in Nigeria.
Yeah,
and
they're just like
doing
whatever.
The best.
They're doing God's work.
They can.
These absolute barbarians are like, screw you. That's no bueno. Fight machete with machete. Machete duel.
Alright, so
can we go back to like medieval sword fighting? These machetes are very unclassy.
So uncivilized.
If you're gonna chop up people, at least do it with like, a cool looking sword.
But I'm
not condoning that, but
it's like perfect timing too, because what everyone and their dog is sharing, and even like Christians I know have been sharing it, like on Facebook and stuff, is the passage in Leviticus where it tells you to treat foreigners well.
Yeah.
And it's taken out of context because foreigners means something a little different in the context of the Jews. It's essentially telling you to be nice to your next door neighbors, but even so, even taken out of context, there's still a clear difference between being moral and treating someone humanely, and letting the wolf inside.
Yeah, letting them
right?
free reign, giving them free housing, letting them suck the social welfare system that you don't even like dry.
Like enforcing the law isn't abusing foreigners.
You're being so unhospitable.
Like, arguably,
you absolute brute.
It's more moral to uphold the law that is beneficial to everyone. Like, it's for your safety.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of crime that goes on because of how porous the borders are is insane. I mean, if you've listened to what is it? What is his name? Is it Tom Holland? No. Is it?
Tom Holland is Spider-Man.
What's that guy's name? Something Holland, or is it Tom? He's the border czar, basically.
Oh, Tom Homan.
Tom Homan. Yeah, if you hear his many uh speeches on that or answering questions from like press and stuff, I mean,
I
it's
appreciate how
super clear.
straightforward he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's he's doing God's work. He's like, we gotta get these people up. It's crazy.
Like, I appreciate that the man does not speak politics.
Yeah, he just knows how it
He
is.
does
I mean,
his job. It's
yeah,
simple.
he served in like border security or whatever for however long. He knows what's up, and the amount of insanely immoral stuff that happens because the borders are porous. I mean, it's very compassionate and righteous to actually seal them up because that will stop a lot of the crime that's going on there.
Right. Yeah. It's just a weak argument.
Yeah, it's a terrible argument.
And it's funny to bring it up because the people I see sharing that are the same people who I'm sure would not appreciate Leviticus being quoted in any other context.
To like all you Christians, you're
Like,
so hypocritical.
You know, if someone's gay, you should start throwing
You're like,
things at them. Just saying.
Wait.
And then suddenly they will understand the context of the Jews and who it was for and what it was saying. Just watch. It's hilarious. It's just very selective Bible quotation.
Yeah, you just want to throw it in your face because you actually have a moral standard to go by, whereas they have very arbitrary standards, if any standards at all, objective standards. So it just doesn't hold water. It's very dishonest. It's like, oh, you have morals and you're not following all of them? Dude, you're terrible. Me? Have morals? No. I would never.
Right, it's supposed
I'm
to
a
be
man of
gotcha,
science.
but it's always coming from someone who doesn't believe it or anything else.
Right. It's like, I'm a man of science. I believe the science.
Science.
Okay, buddy.
Your morality comes from peer review, and that's supposed to be reliable? It's stupid.
Yes. Fantastic.
Source.
I love it. Can I get a source for that, please?
What is being a good person? Source. In other Muslim news,
How many of the peer review for that?
A 45-year-old man from Afghanistan married a 6-year-old girl. But the Taliban, thank God, intervened and said, hey, you have to wait until she's 9.
No.
We have standards here. It might not be good standards, but gosh darn it.
We have standards, damn it.
I'm not kidding. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
The Taliban interfered. No, buddy.
Hey. 3 more years, buddy.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Like, hey,
a little bit longer.
If you're gonna
Dude,
be a pedophile, we draw a line.
Where is this kid's parents, man? Like, what is going on? How do you do that?
Well,
How do you let your daughter do that?
I mean, females are just...
I have no rights.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they're just an object.
They're more like livestock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of very sad. Very sad.
Very sad.
Horrible parents. Horrible culture. I hate it. Choose a mission. No.
But yeah,
Jensen, get in here.
I think it's funny that the Taliban intervened in that because their prophet Muhammad married a girl younger than 6.
That is
When
true.
he was in his 50s.
This is true.
So it's like, well, you know, he's playing by your rules, actually. And yeah, he is sick.
I'm doing the Mohammed way. This is very backwards.
Ugh, I wish there were
country.
pictures.
What?
It's terrible. The Daily Mail decided to put pictures of the quote-unquote wedding, and it's just, oh gosh.
Oh no.
It's just too grim.
That's disturbing.
It's way too grim.
Yeah, because that's something we absolutely needed to see.
Yeah. So I just wanted to point those two things out, just in case, you know, you hear us, if you're feeling bad about America, or you hear us ribbing on America during this stream, always have that in the back of your mind, and just remember that as bad as thing gets, as much as we whine and complain, we're doing great. We're having a
comparatively
great time.
Yes.
Happy belated Independence Day. It's a beautiful place we live in. The best place.
Yes, almost a quarter of a is it a century? No. Millennia? I don't know. What's 1,000 years?
Millennium.
Yeah, almost a quarter millennia. One more year. We just gotta make it one more year.
Yeah, we just gotta not get nuked one more year, and we'll make it, and it'll be wonderful.
That would be fantastic.
I
think
it's a terrible place, but it's still the best place on Earth.
Oh yeah. Okay, depends on where you are in the US, but I mean, it's not, it's not utopia, but it's, it's up there.
Yeah, America is pretty close to utopia.
I mean, you got rights, right?
You got rights, you got freedom.
So, everybody's playing by the same rules, more or less.
More than you can say for most, so.
You're not getting mugged. I mean.
Well. All right, now.
I mean, okay. Most of the time.
Some areas that need more policing.
Some areas, like New York and.
But I digress. That's what I mean when I say, hey, it's a terrible place. But
at least we're not
still the best.
Sandbox. Yeah.
It's still the best one.
And the sandbox is the worst.
The best issues.
Right. Because
I think the sandbox is probably the worst area to be in.
Like what a privilege to be able to argue about dumb issues.
That's true.
It's wonderful. It's so annoying, but it's wonderful. I'm grateful.
We've surpassed the survival needs, and so we're just squabbling about the latest pop star's opinion on ketchup, or I don't know,
exactly,
just something
exactly. The
scuffed.
frivolity of American society.
It's glorious. Yes, I love it. Unlike those stupid English people who are getting invaded by the sand people.
Speaking of American nonsense, so I'm just so confused. So they have allegedly, and this is why I'm not doing a report on this, because it doesn't make any sense, but allegedly the government has officially released the Epstein security footage from outside his cell door.
Huh.
Right?
Allegedly.
Firstly, remember the original complaint was that they did not have such footage, and that the camera went out, if we recall. So that's the first thing that doesn't make sense. The other thing that doesn't make sense is the doors in the video don't look like the door of Epstein's cell that the DOJ shared originally. So either they were lying then or they're lying now, or, and this is what I'm suspicious of, they're lying both times.
The double lie.
The weird thing about this footage is it doesn't match the photos. It doesn't match, like the public knows which cell he was in. We know the layout of the prison, and the footage does not match the proper layout of the prison. It looks like footage from somewhere else. But very oddly, around his time of death in the footage, there is 1 minute that's missing. That's just cut from the footage.
Oh.
So it's all there except 1 minute. And so people are like, oh, this is sussy. There wasn't something we're supposed to see. I'm suspicious that somebody did this on purpose.
Oh,
And it's
where
essentially
is this?
some kind of a red herring, if you will.
Where did this video come
Does
from?
that make sense?
Where did it come from? The federal government?
Yeah, the DOJ.
Really? That is weird. I think they're just toying with us.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it feels like to me.
They're like dangling keys in front of us.
Everyone's speculating, but to me, it just looks like a lie within a lie. Because if this footage isn't correct, why would they cut a minute out of it? That's stupid.
They're editing the false footage into...
Yeah, exactly. What does it mean?
What does this mean?
I don't know what any of this means, which is why we're not even reporting on it. Because what? What?
It's like a...
I don't even know.
This is a flop. So it really doesn't look like the cell or anything that he was in.
No, it doesn't.
That is crazy.
It just makes absolutely no sense at all.
Dude, I don't know.
I'm just perplexed. I'm just perplexed.
Yeah.
Didn't they also claim that, it was like Pam Bondi claimed that there was footage of Epstein with minors on the island and stuff, and now they're claiming there's nothing?
That sounds like something that would happen. There's a lot of things that Pam Bondi says that gets like contradicted later on.
Who was that guy on Joe Rogan that was talking about that? He's like I think he was in the cabinet?
Oh, I think I saw something
presidential
about
cabinet.
That. I did.
He was like,
I don't mean that I saw it. I mean,
everybody was like really loving that he got in, and then he got in and he was like, okay guys, I looked behind the scenes, there's nothing fishy going on, okay? Epstein files and everything, I would have seen them. There's nothing there, bro, trust me. And everybody's like,
it would.
So where is your family kidnapped, and how much are they holding them ransom for? Is it blackmail or something? Like, what's going on here? But yeah, I'm like, I am not convinced by that guy. I don't know who he is, but he's acting suspicious.
He did get
The heck?
Cash Patel on recently. I've been meaning to watch that just because I don't know anything about Cash Patel.
Cash Patel.
Could be interesting.
Who is Cash Patel?
He's the current director of the FBI.
Is that the guy I was talking about?
Maybe.
Yeah, it might be.
I don't know.
Maybe. That would be funny.
Does he is he like, he looks Indian or something, the guy that I'm talking about.
Gee.
And he's got like weird eyes.
Yeah. So we're talking about the same people. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he's a credible guy," and then he's talking about it on Rogan, and I was like,
So he's claiming that there's nothing fishy.
Yeah, he's like, "Dude,
I only
I
recall him
looked
saying
at this
that
stuff."
there was no footage,
What?
not that there was nothing fishy. Damn it. I got killed.
Yeah, whatever he was saying was not convincing. I was like, bro, like, what is going on here? So, just acted like his family was being held hostage or something. But I don't know, could be wrong. But yeah. What you doing, cat?
Wow, that's
Get off of there.
I'll have to watch that for myself. And
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to watch.
Huh. All right, one more random article. So Microsoft let go of thousands of people across the company. They just cut so many people, and at the same time announced that they were investing $80 billion into the development of AI.
Great.
Which is crazy. So they let these people go so that they could free up a little cash. And the post is now deleted, but the executive producer of Xbox Game Studios made a post telling the employees that sorry, I don't know how to phrase this. Basically, he was giving them AI prompts that they could use if they were upset, to essentially use the AI as a therapist.
What?
Which is just unbelievably screwed up. You got replaced by AI. Cry about it.
Here's an AI therapist.
Cry about it to the AI.
Dude, what is happening? This is the dystopia.
Cool, right?
Not surprised. I mean, a lot of big companies like Google and Microsoft are losing money because they're irresponsible spending, and now they got to fix it somehow.
They're like, oh, AI, quick, throw a bunch of money at it. While laying off.
Well, these companies deal with mostly data, and so, you know, why pay for people to go through data when you can have an AI do it twice as fast?
I mean, I guess, but...
And you got to make more profit now more than ever? I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of different automation trying in the past, and it's, I don't know, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. The self-checkout kiosk stuff, it's all automated. Well, that backfired.
Big time.
Most places they lost a bunch of money investing in all that, and just makes it harder, and more people can just steal things.
Yeah, there was actually an article about that this week, where
really
Walmart is losing so much from theft that they're having to they had to make a rule about how, like, there can only be a certain amount of self-checkouts open per employee, because they can only watch so many.
Right.
And a lot of people are complaining about this because they go into the store and they see like half the self-checkouts are closed down. Well, that's because you can only have one person watching like 4 stations.
Right, yeah.
And I remember yesterday,
yeah, that makes sense.
One chick was telling me about how she missed someone stealing an entire TV because she was helping someone else for like 30 seconds.
What do you mean?
And
They're just
the
like, oh yeah,
security person was eating lunch and didn't catch it either. The sensors got it. And so it's just stupid stuff like that. And so there are actually some Walmarts, just because it's like an individual franchise choice. Some Walmarts are just getting rid of the self-checkout entirely.
Yeah.
But company-wide, they have that new rule.
Interesting. Yeah, it's that is an example of that just completely backfiring. And I mean, it is crazy to think about, but if everything is like, if every information output and input is replaced by AI, or at least like a majority, then you're going to get feedback loops that are going to be insane. It's going to be just complete gibberish because there's no like human like evidential backing or grounding in reality, because it's all just spitting things out and then sweeping the internet for things that have been spat out by another AI, and then that's been spat out by another AI. And I mean, it kind of just breaks your brain thinking about it, but it's going to get kind of crazy to actually source like real information. I'm kind of scared.
Right, it's like plagiarism, inception. Well, I was thinking the other day, like the best case scenario is, like, I was trying to think of how in the world can be saved from AI, because you can't stop its development. You can't figure out how to put restrictions on it, because the politicians won't allow that. And so it's like, okay, how does AI not destroy the world and everything be terrible?
Yeah.
Well, pretty much the only way that I can see of us avoiding Judgment Day, essentially, is we just go back to monk.
Go to monkey.
Like what I see is
return to monkey.
Internet information is like, this is the most positive outcome, is for people to largely distrust information on the internet. And we think, people think, oh, that could just be like Google searches and stuff, and they can make discernments and click on websites, and it's like, but it's going to be everything.
Right.
You won't be able to trust your friend's social media posts. You won't be able to trust the news outlets. You won't be able to trust normal websites that you trust before. It's not going to be like that, because everything is going to be a weird fake replication of everything else.
You can have like local newspapers back, be like, oh wow.
Right, and so that's what I'm thinking, is best case scenario is cyberspace is essentially something that's just not trusted anymore. And you might get people playing video games on something or something, but essentially the world will just have to go back to everything being done by hand and communication being a very rudimentary thing.
Dude, that would be wild. Like basically like kind of like Dune.
Yeah,
sort of.
Pretty much Dune. Yeah, where
that would be poetic and awesome.
Like forensics, like evidence, people are going to be trying to frame each other left and right. So like evidence in court cases is going to go back to just physical things.
Yeah.
People won't be
Like
texting
eyewitness
each other.
accounts.
In enough years, it might take 100 years, but they might not even be calling each other, because you just won't be able to trust anything digital.
Yeah, I mean, I think a culture of distrust, like a healthy distrust of things on the internet, would probably be a good thing anyway. So,
Well,
I mean,
yes, it is, but like
the dystopian future could maybe not be as dystopian as we think it will be.
right, because either we're going to get computers controlling everything and therefore controlling us, and having robots that are almost definitely going to kill us.
Who's hosting the game?
Be indiscernible from no one right now.
You
We're waiting
can.
on Micah.
I'm in the game.
Oh, you're in?
Oh. Well, why can't it? It just says you're not online.
Oh, really? I was in Jaeden's session a while ago. Here, I'll join his ship.
Come to my ship. But yeah,
I come in the name of peace.
basically it's just going to be like a robot communist disaster, or we go back
Or
to
return to
the 70s.
Return to yeah, dude.
Or 60s. When did the internet start? I can't remember.
1990s. What? 90s?
Well,
I thought they were.
The internet as we know it.
Well, that's what
the
I'm
internet as we
talking
know it.
about. Like,
Okay.
there's an argument over terms as to what that would mean.
I guess. Oh my.
But you get what I'm saying.
Oh. Probably like 80s, 90s, something like that. Dude, that would be crazy to think about. Like, so, what, it's been like 30, 40 years, and we're already here? Like, dude.
It really is.
Like, the technological boom.
Like my dad, who was alive in the 70s, could live to see the 70s come back. That would be crazy.
He sees it come full circle. He's like, well.
well. If it isn't my old friend, the 1970s.
Look who's hip again.
This guy.
No midlife crisis for me.
I'm back, baby.
Exactly where I belong.
It's good to be in the 70s. Oh my gosh, that would be pretty cool. Well, I hope this future comes to fruition.
Pick one.
Yeah. Dude, pick something, bro. Pick it.
Yeah, I mean, if the 70s came back, we'd get buddy cop shows again. That'd be fantastic. I like those.
It would. Dude, I was thinking of getting a cassette player and, like, just start blasting it out. Just absolutely breakdancing with that bad boy. Get some corded earbuds or whatever they are. Start jamming.
Dude, just pick one.
I'm doing it.
I don't, dude. The Galactic War UI thing is very confusing.
Yeah,
I still don't know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing.
It's pretty.
It's like, okay, so we have 50 Earth or 50 planets. We have 3 factions. We have difficulties. Pick your poison.
3 enemy types, difficulty level,
what the
and then
shite?
where you want to fight. It's pretty simple.
I don't know, man. I'm discombobulated.
Discombobulate.
Discombobulate. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Oh no, bro. Yes.
Egg.
The egg.
Egg.
You have an egg?
No, I saw egg on the map.
Egg.
Egg.
So,
Uh,
we finally get back to our scheduled programming, which is the LA riots. Yippee! It was crazy. Everything was on fire. Everyone was being a lunatic. They were burning flags while waving flags of a different country over the burning American flags.
I love that part. It's great.
It's like
They're like,
it's like busting into someone's house, kicking the family dog, and saying, "You will let me live here. It is your moral duty to let me live here.
I have the right." Gosh dang it.
and you shoot them for trespassing, and then the police come and arrest you.
Like, hey, what's all this
I have a
in?
moral right to come into your house and kick your dog.
This isn't self-defense, bro. Come on.
It's just, man. And the interviewed Mexicans were saying that they want their land back.
What?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, there's like a conspiracy theory or whatever that they keep claiming it's like the Great Replacement theory, and them taking back their land by culturally changing it and voting in whatever, and then they just come out and say it. They're just like, yeah, we want to conquer this land
Why the
back
hell
from the U.S.
did you make the spawn point in the middle of a nest?
Oh my gosh.
You idiot.
Because it's
Holy sh... Ah. Yeah, they're like, yeah, we're just
Let me
gonna...
I
in.
forgot how to activate stratagems.
Control. Hold control.
Thank you.
We just want to take back over what's the land that's rightfully ours, but actually not, because the Spanish, what is it, Spain?
Mm-hmm.
Conquered it. Was it Spain? I think it was Spain.
Yeah, it's so arbitrary. It's like,
It's so arbitrary. If you see the history, I'm like,
what?
they had California for freaking, what was it, like a decade maybe?
By your
But before that, it wasn't
definition,
even.
what belongs to who?
I know. Like
doesn't
before
make
that, it
sense.
was like not even yours for that long, and you're not pure, native Mexican.
Micah, did you steal my
either.
flamethrower,
You
you
don't
bastard?
have a right to this land.
No, I did
because
not.
Spain conquered it, a piece of it,
Yeah.
and America took it back.
It's like the finders keepers. Okay, can we just play by those rules?
And so it was like, this is not just some sort of protest. I don't think riot is even the right term. It was an invasion.
Yeah.
Like, if it actually fits the dictionary definition of invasion perfectly.
Yeah, and they were obstructing federal and state police in their obfuscation and arresting of I think the initial one was like a drug bust, like a super drug bust. Like there was like a restaurant and it had like millions of dollars in cocaine and stuff. What's up?
Awesome.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the city of Glendale
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing.
refused to cooperate. They sent
No,
out a
she's not.
statement saying that they've refused to cooperate with Homeland Security and ICE. And it's like, wait, you can't do that. Like, that's like if like a McDonald's franchise said, no, we're not serving hamburgers anymore. We refuse. And it's like, what? You're not your own restaurant. You're McDonald's. You're part of every other McDonald's. Who do you think you are?
I refuse.
And
I'm gonna
so
harbor illegals.
It's like you're the government. And it's so annoying that no one ever faces up to that. Like, we have to hold these people to the law as well, who literally refuse to do their job to uphold the law. They can't just say no. Like, what is up with that?
This is one of the reasons we had the federal government.
Exactly. So do something.
Make everybody on the same page. You know,
Fire
have some
everyone
cohesion.
in Glendale, please. More than enough reason.
Yeah, it's like, on one hand, you're like, okay, well, let's just let the state, you know, burn itself down, and they can suffer the consequences. But at the same time, it's like,
but also it's our shitty state. That's ours. You can't
right?
Just take it over. That's nuts. Like, absolutely not. That's not yours.
Find ammo in here. What the hell?
It's a very spiteful person who wants to let them suffer their own consequences, but
I know. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the instinct. You kind of want them to, but at the same time, it's like, ugh, that is our land.
Like,
that is our.
We got to be the parents here, and
who just? Okay.
Oh.
Somebody attempted to kill me.
It was not me.
I was very offended.
I didn't do it.
Z4 is. Screw that guy.
Screw you guy.
But Trump thankfully treated it like the invasion that it was. He sent out the National Guard to quell the nonsense.
Yeah.
And those people got sent back home.
Back to where they belong.
Bye-bye.
Still also think they sent in submarines.
Oh.
You can't come to another country, burn their flag, burn their stuff, hurt people, fly the flag of a different country, and say that you have some kind of right to be there. Like, you absolutely do not. That would be an insane thing to do. I mean, imagine if Americans did that to another country. We would find ourselves at war.
The right to be here.
That would be an insane thing to do.
It's like, no, you have a privilege to be here if you go through the right channels, and you can be sent back. There's like certain conditions on these things.
Right.
You're not an American citizen. You don't have the same rights as, you know, actual citizens.
Oh shit, that was a hole.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
All of your stuff is gone. That's
oh damn, I had a lot of samples, like a lot.
It's like the dang Star Wars worm thing.
You guys suck.
There you go. Oh, he did it.
Yeah, I got you.
The Sarlacc pit.
Yeah. You got Sarlacc pit.
You got Boba Fetted.
Yep.
Self Boba Fetted.
You're just like, oh, whoops.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's very different.
So hand in hand with this was the No Kings protests that happened around the country.
Yeah, I saw bridges under some bridges in DC that had banners that said that.
Which is just crazy. The idea behind the No Kings protest is that
retarded.
Trump is some sort of authoritarian who, through his legislations will make himself king, and as America, we need to respect our past and reject kings as we once did before. That's basically it. Which is funny because these people don't have respect for Americans in their history. That's for certain.
Yeah.
But also the idea that Trump is an authoritarian is hilarious. I mean, come on. I'm not happy with everything that he's been doing. But an authoritarian, he wouldn't be getting
They're delusional
blocked by judges left, right, and center all of the freaking time since his term started if he was some kind of an authoritarian.
He stepped down as president when, Joe Biden got allegedly elected.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like proof alone.
He complained about it, sure, but...
Yeah, I mean, he had his issues with it, but,
He still followed the law.
He was like, all right,
he went ahead and
I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I'll get him next time. And he did.
He
Came back.
Did a very good job of getting him
yeah.
back for that one.
Oh, yeah.
What a campaign. So it's very stupid. There was even a very small local one that occurred, and it was like, you people are so dumb.
Damn it.
I heard mostly it was like really lame. There's just a bunch of old people or like very...
A damn turret killed me.
It was very lame, because it wasn't something that made sense. Even to people who don't like Trump, it was like,
they're just like, yeah, you don't like him.
Trump,
woo.
really? That doesn't really make sense. Doesn't ring true at all. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, don't stand in front of my turret.
There's a machine gun on the way off.
Turret down in front of me. Along with this, kind of slightly related, is some very unfortunate news, which is that the Minnesota House Representative Melissa Hortman was assassinated.
Oh yeah, by that crazy guy.
Yep. A
Yeah.
gunman pretended to be police. Entered her home. Killed her. Fled the scene. When I wrote my notes, he hadn't been caught. I don't know if that's changed. I didn't see anything about it.
I'm pretty actually.
But at the time, he had gotten away.
Yeah, I don't know, because I know they identified him, but I don't know if they caught him or not. Didn't he shoot her husband too?
Yes, he was injured.
Yeah,
but survived.
But he's not. Yeah, he survived.
But he had no King's flyers in his car. And just 5 days before this happened, Hortman voted to cut state health benefits for illegals.
Ooh.
So even though she was a Democrat,
spicy.
She kind of betrayed her side by doing the right thing and voted to
She got gutted.
Waste taxpayer money on people who don't live here.
Yeah, I think there was a debate online whether or not he was right or left, and it's just kind of like, I mean, we can have our suspicions here, but I mean, it's just a lunatic. Like, why? It's
right.
Like, I think he's probably
he wanted an excuse,
a crazy leftist,
but
yeah, I mean, it's just insane people gonna insane people, and the rhetoric coming down from the different parties kind of inflames the insane people. So, you can kind of
Right. If you
educated
if
guess.
you say that Trump is the next Hitler, then that
Right.
enables a crazy person to suddenly think that they're very much doing the right thing by shooting at him.
He's like, oh, I gotta do the crazy thing because it's the right thing.
Oh no. Oh, I'm out of ammo.
Oh
No. Oh, I'm running away.
no.
Is that you?
Holy crap, man.
Whoops.
Hey, what's up?
I accidentally saluted you. That was not what I intended to do. Oh no, I
salute
ran
you
into
back.
a rock. But yeah, just a crazy person. Really sad. I mean, House Representative from Minnesota getting assassinated. That's just ridiculous. Come on.
That's a little bonkers. I mean, how unnecessary that was, my friend.
I'm sure I would not agree with Melissa Hortman on anything. But
Right.
come on. Going into her house and shooting her, that's insane. That won't fix anything. That won't help anything.
It is not the way.
So yeah, it's very
Jeez.
very sad.
So sad. It would be the best. Oh, I'm dead. I keep burning myself to death with my own gun.
Idiot.
I did
Get
that
the
earlier
outfit
in
with
this
get the outfit with the burn resistance.
I don't know. I think I just need to stop being so stupid.
That would help.
It's like shoot it and immediately set the ground on fire and just
So here's
die.
the news that
The news.
completely changed
News now.
my report. Israel and Iran airstrike each other.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty baller.
That was the big news of the week. When we were streaming last week and the flood happened, that was like the big breaking news that had just happened, was not resolved.
And then there was more.
But there was much more. And basically, the full report was just a U.S. Navy destroyer was sent to intercept missiles that were being shot at Israel. And there was the U.S. fighter jets that were patrolling the sky, and Trump had a National Security Council meeting, and it all looked very, very grim. And basically the report was going to be like, oh crap, we're involved. We're at war. This is very bad.
They're not good.
It is not good.
I was not prepared to be positive about it. At all. Especially knowing...
Dude, there's so many, like, people online that are like, oh my gosh, Trump betrayed everyone. Like, bro. A bunch of... I don't know.
But it turned out that it got dealt with very quickly, surprisingly quickly, impressively quickly, even. I mean, what was it, like a week? It felt like we were getting to, like, World War III levels of panic, and then just suddenly it was over. It was like, what? It felt very strange.
Hey, I mean, that's what happens. You put down the hammer, and everybody's like, oh, shit.
But yeah, it was done really well. There was no American blood spilled. Very little blood spilled in general. Iran is no longer a nuclear threat.
I put my penis on the table.
No
Everyone saw it.
Stupid.
They were scared.
Regime.
They said it was the best.
No.
He said, "Oh my gosh, it's so big."
Gosh, you guys. There was no stupid regime change. No boots on the ground. It was just a big show of American might. It was essentially like two kids fighting. Dad came home and said, "Stop! You're annoying me."
The tarmac interview, so funny.
Dude, that was magnificent. Just that reporter
got the scoop, baby.
Just
I see Mark
asking sophisticated questions, and he's like, "All right, here's the deal. These are two countries.
Down low.
What we have here is there are two countries that have no idea what the fuck they're doing," and then he just walks away.
Mic drop.
That was incredible, and he's absolutely right. It's not terribly eloquent, but that is the sum of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you don't nip that in the bud, they're just gonna go back and forth like endlessly. So that's good. I am very, very grateful that he's manning the helm. This is like almost flawless.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I was so impressed. I really, really did not think it was going to go that well.
We ready to go?
Yes.
And I mean, like, more than half the political commentators have had to
issue some retractions.
Had to apologize. Yeah, even Tucker Carlson was like, "Well, I was way off on that one."
Dude, I don't know what kind of smoke crack they're smoking, because I think it's just like the tendency to react to everything and be very hyperbolic about everything and just, be on that trend train to get the most views and clicks and everything. And it's very sad. It's on both sides of the aisle with that type of stuff. Like, just chill out, bro. Like, bro, just have some trust.
Yeah.
Don't be like, we need to impeach him. He's going in. He's messed up. So stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's good. I mean, any person who's like, doing a retraction or whatever, I give them props for,
appreciate
not doubling down on it, because
appreciate the
Let me in.
Honesty.
Let me in.
It's good to admit you were wrong. I definitely, if we had actually gotten to that part of the stream, that's what I would be doing right now. I would be.
Oh, that didn't kill me? How?
I would have been like, dang it. He did a really good job.
I'm so sad that there's not a war right now, so I can have more money. Oh!
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that conflict would have just gone on and on and on. And you know what? It will. They will be at each other's necks eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually we'll get a less than... Jensen, you killed me somehow.
No, I didn't. I'm running away.
It says that you killed me.
Yeah,
that is
definitely what happened.
Jensen's a magician.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. Gotta wait for Jensen.
I'm by the shuttle.
Oh, wait, who's not here?
I don't know.
No, we're all here. Go,
There
go,
you
go.
Wait, what is he doing? Get in. There you go.
But yeah, eventually
Nice.
we'll have a less than stellar commander-in-chief come along and they'll start nuking each other again. It's just inevitable. But for now, in this time, we get a little peace, and I hope that
The day is
our
saved.
fellow Americans appreciate the peace and think about that the next time they vote in a president, because that was, it's going to be easy to forget about since it was over so quickly, but we have to keep bringing this one up because it's good to remember how bad it could have been and how we could have easily gotten into a war.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Instead we're doing all right.
it's hard. It's easy to look at the mistakes, but not the what could have been, but not because of the right actions.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know, there's probably a better way to put that, but yeah.
We have to remember the victories.
They're gonna look at the negatives, yeah. Only the negatives, but I think that's a great example of good leadership. Yeah, and the Jews are the Jews, so they're just gonna Jew.
Yeah, and it's great to know, like.
Wait, don't start it. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll wait. Our possible countries that could start World War III have dwindled significantly. Because now that we've dealt with Israel and Iran, and Russia is essentially killing themselves by just throwing bodies at Ukraine and insisting on continuing to go with that. It's like we don't have a lot of other superpowers left. It's pretty much China.
Yeah, which is the big one.
China's capable of starting World War III and basically no one else. Other than us, but we're not going to do that. At least not right now. At least not for the next
right now.
3.5 years. We'll be good.
Never say never.
Right. For the next 3.5 years, America will be okay. Hopefully.
I mean, America would come out on top in World War III. Just saying, but
yeah, but it would be.
It would suck.
It would suck just because of China's sheer numbers. The bloodshed would be insane. It would be horrible. We would win, but it would.
It would be very sad.
At what cost?
Very sad.
At what cost?
Yeah, dude, China is just the worst. I guess it's just the Asian culture over there is just insane. They're very hive-minded.
They're like, oh, slavery. Asians. We're gonna do slavery, and every other country's like, oh, you are so brave and bold for that. What the hell?
Oh my god!
Why does everyone tickle the balls of China? Really?
Dude, they're doing capitalism. Okay, they're opening up trade.
Slavery.
No, definitely
should
not.
Make deals with them. No one.
Yes, they did. They faked the concentration camp in China in the credits of, was it Mulan, right?
Yeah, in Mulan. In a Disney movie.
They thanked the concentration camp.
They thanked the concentration.
In the credits, it's not only did you thank them, but you admitted that they exist, and you admitted to using it. It's like, you guys.
Like, those are communists. Walt Disney is spinning so hard in his grave at that alone that he is now creating a new source of sustainable energy.
It is a turbine he's spinning so much in his grave.
He would have had an aneurysm just thinking about it. Like, communists? In my American Hollywood production? No way. Unacceptable.
Yep. There is an invasion of communists in this country. What president was like rooting out communism? He was like just completely going ham with it. Hoover? No. Who did this? Who am I thinking of?
There were several that were like that.
But he was like actively
you're on
going after like people that he thought were like communist sympathizers in the US.
Yeah, you're still not
he got a lot of
you're still not narrowing it down.
He got a lot of crap for it. Like people even today are like, he was being a dictator. They were just...
I mean, there was a guy during...
It was after...
MLK's time that was rooting out communists and got a lot of flack for it. Because it was becoming gradually less acceptable to do so.
It was after the Cold War... Or maybe it was during the Cold War. Yeah, I don't remember.
I
do not remember, but yeah, he was right. There was communists everywhere. They were infiltrating all of the education systems and the entertainment areas.
Still are.
And now they're here. Yep.
Waiting on you two.
No, I'm ready.
Trying to pick.
Yeah, no, you ain't. There you go.
It keeps toggling and untoggling when I look at other.
You don't have one of those little yellow things? The little passives?
No. My guy's a little baby.
Dang.
He's a little baby.
He's a little boy.
He's a little level 6. He doesn't have anything going on. He's just a little baby.
Oh my
He's done like 5 missions.
Only no, it can't be just 5.
Maybe a little more than that. But I would really doubt a whole 10.
Yeah.
Less than a dozen for sure. So in the vein of Israel actually did something hilarious. Rare Israel W. So Greta Thunberg was deported from Israel.
Awesome.
For trying to sail to Gaza in a boat with a group of people.
Yeah, for like aiding. What
that
is
was
it?
Hilarious.
Yeah.
It was like aid to Gaza.
I can't remember if they didn't bomb it, right? They just sabotaged the boat.
No, I think they were. I think they were just. Oh.
I thought they were stopped. Like they didn't really make it.
I thought they stopped to give them aid because they ate all the food that they were gonna give to the Gazans, and like medical supplies were used up, and then they were like SOSing or something like that.
Hilarious.
And Israel came to help them.
Yeah, I think
it was something along those lines.
I think Israel saved their lives. Like, these people are idiots. They were monumentally unprepared for entering such a place.
Yeah, and then Greta had a pre-recorded message saying, like, if you're seeing this, Israel has killed us. We we died as martyrs or some stupid stuff like that. And they're just
she really thought that was gonna happen, and they're like, "No, you're getting deported."
You're like, "No, we're gonna feed you. We're gonna give you some clothes. Keep you warm, and then deport you."
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. The pictures were hilarious.
Wonderful.
Because she really does try very hard to be a martyr, and it just always looks embarrassing. It always
so
just
sad.
looks like what it is, like a petulant little girl being a petulant little girl, and it's just embarrassing, honestly.
It's so sad. I don't know how much agency do you think she has? Because doesn't she have like Asperger's or something?
Something like that. I don't remember what. She's got a decent amount of agency, but yeah, there's a lot of people who are definitely yanking her around, taking advantage of her.
Yeah, I feel like everyone around her is just
Like,
retarded.
how much money can we
very
get
bad
out of
influence.
Because activism pays.
It does. It pays the big bucks.
Which is just a horrible irony.
It's fantastic.
I like your cape.
Thank you.
That's cool.
It's very, very royal.
Okay, so that was all of last week's news. Now we get to go on to the current stuff, and we
Century there.
get to have a little bit of news from our sister, England. That's right.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna get killed by that
Oh
turret.
no, not again!
Just hit all.
No!
And you'll dive. Hit all and you'll belly crawl.
I ran
don't have to
right
worry
into
about
the
it.
hole.
Idiot.
I can't believe that. Well, I had my camera pointed at the turret because I was trying to evade its fire, and then I just ran right into the hole.
Can't avoid it.
That was hilarious.
Maybe next time choose a map that doesn't have that.
Just destined to die.
But then it wouldn't be as funny.
Don't you I saw that. You absolute turd.
You can control your pod. It
I
wouldn't
know,
go in the
I know.
hole.
That would be great.
You bastard. Anyway, the UK rolls out something they're calling the Britannia card.
Oh, Britannia card.
And it is a doozy. So, I need help.
Oh my. Oh.
Things got a little heavy for one person.
Oh my goodness.
Now Micah needs help.
Holy. Oh.
Oh my goodness. I saw that.
Oh. Oh. I can't see. Get away from me.
I'm coming, Micah. Oh.
He's flipping me like an omelet, bro. We need some firepower.
I'm gonna wait for you to show up. I'm not going in there.
We need like a rocket launcher or something for this thing.
So anyway, the Britannia card will allow wealthy foreigners to buy something called a residency permit, which basically for £250,000 you will basically get the rights of a citizen and tax exemption.
Tax Tax exemption.
Oh no! This is bad. This is bad.
Oh.
No, this is bad.
So it's like a pay to win. Oh, I just blew you up.
Wow.
That's sad.
Thank you. Yeah, basically.
You know those MMOs where you got like pay membership for different like areas. You get special loot areas and
dude,
all that stuff. It's basically what's happening. Oh my gosh.
Just got absolutely wrecked.
I saw that. They're MMO maxing over there in Britain. Like, you have to pay a fee, and you can have special treatment in this country.
But all it's doing is encouraging powerful foreigners to move there and take over all of their systems.
Yeah.
That's not good. And to make matters worse, all of the money they give, all the proceeds go to the lowest 10% of workers.
Damn.
Which, sounds great. Like, on paper we're benefiting the Britons. How wonderful. But remember, they're counting all of the people that all of the illegals that they have shoved into housing.
Oh my goodness. A teammate just got torched. Yeah.
So
this is a rigged
foreigners
system.
to move in and using the money they provide to essentially bolster other foreigners. It's like you said earlier in the stream, it's not even a great replacement theory. It's just something that's happening, and they're admitting it and encouraging it.
Reality, baby.
And literally screwing over the citizens, the taxpayers, to get it done. Because they're getting replaced. They don't
Love
matter.
it. It's fantastic.
Like, the British
It's
birthright
just
is
insane.
literally for sale.
Yeah, like that should not be a monetary thing. Like, how does that even? You're just selling your country's sovereignty, I guess.
Yeah, it's like this
To the highest bidder. Like, come on.
thing.
That's dirty.
It is. It's crazy. I mean, I would be indescribably pissed if I were a Briton right now.
Yeah. What is that?
People can just buy into being English. That doesn't even make sense.
It really does not.
It's not how words work.
So is 250,000? What is it? Quid? Or
yeah, 250,000 pounds.
Pounds? How much is that in U.S. America bucks?
That's about 300,000.
My gosh. So yeah, they're just taking any kind of rich foreigner and be like, yeah, you can just be a citizen here.
No, not like this.
And pay no taxes. Or contribute or have the same cultural values.
Yeah, tax exemption on top of it is just insane. Like, buying a birthright is bad enough. But, like, on top of it, you get a special benefit that the natural-born citizens don't get.
It's awesome.
It's absolutely insane. It's monumentally insulting to the people who built that country and to the people who are keeping it alive by a thread. You know, the actual British people.
This is
They are just getting dumped on.
I think this is one of the not side effects, but like end results of the globalist agenda type thing, where everything is like interchangeable. Like, you know, when Sam Hyde was talking about that, it was like everything's interchangeable. You're just a unit to be traded in and out.
Interchangeable economic units.
Yeah, interchangeable economic units. And it's when you go down that road, you're like, well, a country is just a, you know, group of, I don't know, production.
It's just a group of people on land.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it could be interchangeable. You know, you gotta. Oh my gosh, he's dead. It's like, oh, you pay a certain monetary amount, and then you can be on this land, and that's completely fine. There's no underlying cultural or sanctity in being in a different country or whatever. It's just land. There's nothing special about any of it. It's very godless. I don't like it.
Yeah, the culture, everything that we've built doesn't mean anything. It's just a crazy idea. And it's like, it's such an anti-language thing. Because it's like, if they're interchangeable, why do they have names? Why are they different? Why are they differentiated? What does it even matter? What makes England England and not something else?
Right. It's like they did one thing by branching off from the what was it, EU? Oh my gosh, I'm on fire. Oh, Jensen, how could you?
If they were just people on land and there wasn't anything special or different about them, they'd just be Section 1B or something.
Yeah, it'll be
it wouldn't matter.
Freaking the Hunger Games.
They would just be.
Oh
no, Jensen, no!
How?
Why did you do that?
Who did that?
It says you did.
I did not. I was on the terminal.
It said that you killed me.
I was on the terminal. How could I?
I don't know.
Jensen, how could you? That's what I'm saying.
If you think England is going to find a way to save itself, ha ha ha.
You stupid
Reform
idiot.
UK
You fools.
is
hell yeah,
not going to be the savior that we had hoped they were going to be. When asked on LBC if he would ban Sharia law, Nigel Farage stated that, I think we have bigger problems. Like, what, dude? It's called Reform UK. Reform. You have to do reform.
Reform the UK.
Which means that banning something that is completely contradictory to your culture and completely violates the law of the land, banning that would be top priority. Logically, it would be on your top list.
Yeah, banning a foreign law. What do you even call that? Like,
right? Because
like
they're in
foreign law infiltrating your governmental law that you've already established.
They're in your country governing themselves and each other in a way that contradicts and usurps the law that you put together and enforce.
Oh my gosh. Insanity.
Like, yeah, it's really important.
Dear God, what is that? Oh Lord.
You know, it's like getting pretty out of hand with all the freaking, like, cousin marriages and stuff.
Everyone's name is Muhammad. It's you just can't tell anybody apart. It's crazy.
What are you trying to say, Micah?
Dude, they're all named Muhammad. They all got dang turbans, bro.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh damn! I'll throw a bomb at them. It's fine.
So
look, okay, you gotta differentiate.
Farage is just essentially going to bring the conservatives back in power, and there's not going to be any difference ultimately. It's just
their system of government
crap
is
all over again.
Trash.
Reform UK is hardly a new party.
You think Nigel is gonna be elected?
I don't really know. I mean, it wouldn't be good, but you could definitely do worse.
Yeah.
It just kind of doesn't matter. Then you don't want Nigel elected, because Nigel will slow things down a little bit, but it'll still happen.
I want Mohammed bin Balan to be the Chancellor of England, whatever it is.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
No, I like Chancellor better. It's like Star Wars.
Okay.
The Chancellor, I am the Senate.
Ah, yes.
And I will electrocute you with my finger.
Chancellor Ohama bin Balan.
Chancellor.
We meet again.
Strange meeting you, yeah.
I was very impressed with your droid attack on the Wookiees.
Yes.
I will watch your career with great interest, Osama bin Balan.
Osama bin Balan. Eat lead. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Watch out!
There's another one. Yes. Ooh. Dude, you kill me, bro. What the heck?
I told you to watch out.
We only have 4 reinforcement left.
Dude, tell it to Jaeden, bro. He killed me.
I'm sorry. Hey, it was the first time I killed someone this whole stream. And Jensen's killed me twice.
No, you keep walking in front of my turrets. That's what happened.
That happened once. Your turret got me once. I wasn't counting that. You just admitted that you killed me 3 times.
It was mainly for the fire.
Oh, that's not my fault. You can stop, drop, and roll in this game.
Oh, yeah. I probably should start doing that.
Yeah.
Does he just dive?
Yeah, just dive. That's it.
Yeah, anyway, Nigel Farage has gone from golden boy to weak, simpering embarrassment. And reform is just a fat load of nothing, because they keep alienating anyone in their party who says anything remotely controversial.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't have a backbone. It's very sad.
Like, I mean, that's pretty much the root of the problem, is the lack of backbone.
Yeah.
Because, like, they have good values, and they know what they need to do to uphold those values and get it across the finish line. But they don't have the balls to actually do what needs to be done.
Yeah, just be unapologetic. Like, do not kowtow to these absolute...
And I get it. They're all under threat of jail, but you gotta have some balls. If you want to fix things, you gotta have some balls.
So
they can't arrest all of you. So if you collectively have balls, you'll do all right.
Yeah.
Have balls together.
Exactly.
Apes together. Strong.
Apes balls together strong. Yep. But they will not. They will just keep doing this.
I don't see anything else, so I'm going to Extraction.
Speaking of continuous stupid mistakes,
your life.
New York has been holding the Republican and Democratic primaries for mayor.
Yes, I've seen things about this.
And I don't know a lot about this, but basically, the New York City Democratic mayoral primary candidate is a Muslim socialist by the name of Zohran Mamdani. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't care. Because
simply could not give
a Muslim socialist from a different country.
Dude, he was talking about
he is not the man who should be in charge of an American city. That's
he's talking
silly.
About like state-funded grocery stores. I was like, bro, what are you saying?
Why don't you like start by
what the hell is she
crime?
Saying? Yeah, and he's like, we're gonna tax the
I'm gonna go with Farage.
the millionaires. I know, like, what the heck? Gonna tax him. Gonna tax all these people more money. Give it all to the
he said it,
lower class of people.
He said that if the Israeli president Netanyahu stepped foot in New York City, he would have him arrested.
Right.
Which is just crazy. They're trying to elect a man that would like just flippantly do things that could start a war.
It's treason then.
Like he's just he's just the mayor of New York City. What do you think? It's the capital of America? Like, you can't just speak for the rest of us and condemn Netanyahu for war crimes.
Is that what he would charge him with?
Yeah,
we got him for war crimes.
Which is stupid. He's defending his country from terrorists. Like, yes, mistakes were made. I agree. But they've been pretty limp-wristed all in all.
Dude, we got Xi Jinping, Putin, who else?
Because, like,
Kim Jong-un
could absolutely level them if they wanted to. And they're trying to be, altruistic and not doing that. And you're like,
there's
arrest
so many
him for
legitimate
war crimes. And it's like, what?
Yeah, there's so many legitimate war crimes that other leaders have done, and they've, gone to the White House to talk to the president. It's like
Israel is.
What do you mean?
Back. I don't.
Oh my gosh.
I don't love them so much either, but come on, they're defending themselves from terrorists right now.
Yeah, I think they're doing. I think they're doing a decent job, like morally speaking. Like just war.
Yeah.
type of structure, or the most moral they can be in what they have dealt to them.
Right. And the thing with the pagers and the walkie-talkies really impressive.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
And there have been civilian casualties, but pretty low all in all, especially compared to other wars.
Yeah.
I mean, America has done worse. That's for certain.
This
we can't go
factual.
telling...
Dude.
Like Obama was drone striking civilians all the time.
He did do that. He's like, oh shit.
We have done much worse.
That I just tactically airstrike.
We couldn't go arresting Netanyahu. We're not in any position to be arresting Netanyahu.
Didn't they airstrike like a wedding or something? Obama.
Oh,
well, Obama. It was some sort of celebration thing, and they airstriked it, and they're like, yeah, that was our bad. Messed that one up. Anyway.
Whoops, my bad.
Yeah, no, my bad, G.
You good, cuz.
Some false information. Goes down there and daps him up. Like one survivor. Like, put this in the past.
Anyway, this mayoral candidate is crazy. If he were my next door neighbor, I wouldn't care. I would say he's a citizen. He has the freedom to do whatever he wants and believe whatever he wants. Whatever. But as a mayoral candidate, I would have to say this man is ridiculously un-American.
9 deaths.
Who 9 deaths?
Jaeden. 9
Oh my
deaths.
goodness.
Hey, those
Dude.
are rookie numbers. We can
Yeah, we can get those up.
Let's do.
He's level 6, so it does make a little bit of sense. Yeah, he crazy, man. Like, I just don't understand. New York is like absolutely bussin' in the worst way possible.
Bussin' means a good thing, right?
No, when I say it, it means a bad thing. Busting at the seams with how terrible these policies are. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I wonder.
All of his policies are just like fundamentally anti-American.
Yeah, what's gonna happen
it's
if
not
he gets
even
elected,
like
dude?
He's bending things a little bit. I'm like, I don't agree with his politics. Well, no, it's like way more than that.
Like crazy stuff. Outlandish things.
Want to? Why is this not working? What the heck?
I am buying things.
Get in the pod!
I'm buying things. Okay, fine.
Oh, that's why we
I'm getting in the pod.
So, but yeah, it's way more than just agreement. Like, this dude should be a mayor of a city in a different country.
I think he should not be
deciding
any people's fate.
Well, yeah, that too. But what he wants just directly contradicts our values, directly contradicts our laws. Like, it just fundamentally is not congruent.
Yeah. No, it's like really bad. How do I change this one? Oh, there you
It
go.
just makes absolutely no sense at all.
Yeah, it's very, very dumb. There we go. Yeah, I'm just like, he said the state-funded grocery stores. I'm just like,
It's just insane.
how,
Just insane.
how, how is this possible? How does somebody think like this?
All you get is all you're gonna get is chaos. You're gonna increase homeless people, increased.
You're gonna push out every other
increased
business.
Criminals. Yeah, there's gonna be poor business, and literally everyone is gonna be poorer for it. Because
every single level is just wrong.
Because the taxpayers will be paying more, and it will be worse, and then the economy's gonna be worse. It's just literally horrible for everyone.
Yeah, this is what these socialism people think.
This man
completely
could literally make Escape from New York a reality. Like, he could literally level it to the point where it's crime-ridden and destitute enough that we're just like, well, we'll wall it off and make it a prison. There's nothing else we can do.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Because I mean,
yeah, that's
with all of the because the migrants have just completely changed the face of the place, and it's just New York's identity is hanging by a thread. I don't know if I got a chance to talk about this last week on the podcast, but I was in New York recently. Did I get to talk about that? I don't remember.
No.
Don't think so.
No? Okay, so I was in New York recently. I think it was the
New
week
York
before the flood podcast, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And I'd heard about the migrant hotels, and I'd seen the numbers, but I was not ready for what it was going to look like. It was really crazy. Although one thing I should say before I go on is that I was privileged enough to get to witness in person the black woman statue.
No way.
I can tell my grandchildren about it.
Do you have a selfie with it?
I unfortunately don't. It was raining really hard, and it was just not possible.
Man, imagine having a selfie with that thing.
I know, hilarious.
Like,
I really
look,
wanted
children.
to.
This is what society's come to in certain parts of the country.
Dude, it's crazy because Times Square is such an iconic and nice looking place. Like, you get the alignment of the buildings and the theater ads and the red steps and the statue of whatever the hell historical figure that is. Very, very recognizable. We've all seen it in the movies, and it's just so bizarre to have this giant statue of like a golden fat black woman. No one in particular. Just
this is what we think about your
out there. Not even centered. She's not even centered. Like, there's nothing even remotely aesthetically pleasing about it. There's nothing
imagine
about
that
it works.
Just imagine that, like, being like your peak.
It's
Like,
just
this is the peak of this the race or whatever you want to say, category of people. This is the best thing we can come up with.
it's just so odd.
Like, can you find any other black person of
Oh
stature
Did you see
besides
that?
this
Oh
just
my
fat black
gosh.
woman? Oh my gosh, we're being
no! Just got
artilleried.
ragdolled.
It's just so funny.
Yeah, it was really something to behold. It's even funnier in person. Just how out of place
awesome.
it is. It's magnificent. I'm glad I got to experience it. I am privileged to have seen that.
I'm happy for you. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so I've
Really been
been
molested.
up to New York a bunch of times. There was a short period where it was kind of like a semi-regular
What?
thing. Like, I would wait for a bunch of shows I wanted to see to come around, and then I would plan out how I could see a bunch, basically, and we would do day trips over there, and I became pretty familiar with the theater district. Like, we could walk around there without getting lost pretty well. Now, I walked up out of the subway station, and I couldn't tell where I was. It was so disorienting. I mean, it really looked that different, because there's this big center part to or parts, I should say, in Times Square, where it's just walking space. Like, cars can't get into it, and it's essentially become like this huge open air market, and it's just hundreds of illegals selling their wares in these little white tables. And they're all just, selling things that tourists forget at inflated prices, or selling very random things that were probably stolen. And that's all it is. It's just weird, just a lot of weirdness. Yikes, I didn't have a chance.
Throat.
I got lasered from the sky.
Damn it.
Lasers.
Freaking lasers. But yeah, and then there's like a whole bunch of businesses that have moved out of Times Square and into smaller nearby buildings. So it was like it kind of looked like the place had like shifted to the... Okay, my controls aren't working. That's really
Oh my
weird.
gosh.
They're not working. It kind of looked like the whole place got shifted to the right, almost. I was like, wait a second. What is Shake Shack doing over there?
What's going on?
What's going on? But
Everybody didn't want to be in the spotlight.
It was just ass to ankles in South Americans.
Whoa.
I mean, there was like...
Okay.
There was like a Mexican singing on almost every subway, and not just down in every subway, but on almost every subway track. Like, he would cross the tracks to the opposite side of the subway, and there would be another one.
Why are they all singing?
With their little microphone and their little suitcase trying to get money. Just everywhere. There's actually a scary moment in a subway where it was completely empty from patrons or anyone else.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
And just the grime was really spectacular. I mean, I'm used to the New York grime, but this was comical. It was like the subway in Silent Hill. Like, just every crevice. And the wall of the subway was inexplicably wet. With no discernible reason for how or why it was entirely wet.
Guys, I'm bailing. I'm going to extraction.
Okay.
We have 2 minutes left to complete this, so we should run.
Okay, we're running somewhere. Where am I running?
That sounds like a plan.
Extraction. Blue beam in the sky.
I see that.
Ow. Somebody urinate on that wall. Oh, I'm dead. I said it says killed by myself.
Dead end. It was your own incompetence that killed you.
Yeah.
I got shot in the back.
But basically, it's dead silent in this subway, and we just hear over the speakers this woman. And she's like, if there's a police officer in the station, please come to the customer service booth. And then there's just a few more seconds of silence, and then, if there's a police officer in the station, please come to the service booth. And then, like, way down the hallway, we just hear, like, a clattering and some weird noises, and then more silence, and then that was it.
Oh my word.
And we were like,
so she got...
did that woman just get murdered a few yards away from us?
You can go check. You're just like, whatever.
You landed on me, you idiot.
Whoops, sorry.
How did I wait. Who? Oh my gosh, he did land on you.
I was just trying to land close to the extraction.
Let me in.
I wasn't trying to land on you.
Let me in. You're... Got my stuff.
I think this is the last
You killed the one guy who could carry us.
Sorry.
How could you? He was that service worker, and you landed on him.
So yeah, that was terrifying. And
you never found out what happened to that woman.
No. The general rule is the general rule of Zombieland is don't be a hero.
Yeah, I mean,
no more reinforcements, so don't die.
I mean, thanks to New York City's rules, all I had was pepper spray. What was I gonna do?
I told him to bring his bear mace, and he wouldn't.
You know, if there's some... Well, I couldn't fit it in my pocket is the problem. And I definitely would have gotten stopped if I had it sticking out. Would have ended up with the New York Gestapo.
Oi, oi, oi. Is that pepper spray in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me?
Yeah, because the bear mace can is just huge. But yeah, you just...
Bear mace is
especially after the whole Daniel Penny thing, you just generally don't put yourself in the path of a maniac.
I forget, did he get acquitted, or...
He did, eventually,
Did the Trump pardon...
No, he got acquitted. By the skin of his teeth. Thank God. No, not like this! Well.
It's down to one man on a mission.
Nope.
Nope.
Dang.
Oh my gosh.
You guys suck.
What do you mean?
I do so.
Mike and I were sticking back to back trying to make it work. But we just got absolutely wrecked.
These dudes with like all the arms and stuff, they're very, very dangerous. Very very sus.
But basically, my point was, New York has always been crime-ridden, crowded and dirty. But it still had enough charm to get by. But that charm is like 90% gone, because it has brought all of those problems and just turned it up to 11. Just way accelerated it to the point where it's just unlivable. I don't know who, what kind of libtard morons stupid enough to stick around.
Some kind of abnormal creature living there, like a rat. Just like, yes, this is fine.
How many more topics do we have?
Oh, none. We're just talking.
Right, this is one of those what do you call it? Erasure of the middle class in that area. It's like either super uber rich people in there, commuting in there, or living there for work because it's, they get paid the big bucks. And then you have the poor people who don't really have anywhere to go and kind of just walk the streets. And then any normal human being is just not there. Like, they'll sightsee there, but that's about it. So
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, I agree. It's no middle class.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they wanted.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you don't want to do one more mission?
One more mission, mate. Come on, man. What do you want?
Just for fun. For fun?
I'm in the wall. I'm in the walls. I'm in the walls.
Oh, I've had that happen to me before.
What the heck? Oh, wait. I can interact. Oh.
There he is.
Away! Get in the pod!
Where are you? Wait, no. Me and Micah are on your ship.
What?
Wait,
yeah, what? Alright, I'm going to my ship. I don't know what happened.
Wait, no, you guys are here.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. I can see you.
No, we don't see you. I see two random players, not you. I saw Micah and two random players.
Boo!
What?
I was literally standing right in front of you.
I think you lost connection.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
It's like gaslighting us.
We'll still be in the room when you lose connection.
Dude, I see you right here, bro. Like, come on. Just join Jensen.
I just joined back to Jaden's.
Oh, what's this? Jaeden has 3 people.
No, he doesn't.
So it's... Are we being bamboozled? I don't...
No, you can join.
I don't understand. Oh. What's happening? What is going on? In New York.
Hush!
It was ugly.
And you...
Yeah, what is with the damp walls? Did someone just like pee all over the place?
What are you talking about?
I think there was too much. I mean, like
Did you smell it?
The whole wall was wet. No, I didn't smell it. I was trying not to get close to it or think about it.
I would have sniffed it, but like, give it a good sniff.
Dude, the
Be
fact
like,
that it was
What?
raining sucked. Because, like, the roads are so bad that just... If you walk far enough, you're going to step in a puddle eventually. Like, it's literally just unavoidable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how people don't just break their ankles all the time. Maybe they do.
Micah,
Yeah, cities are very hard to uh s- stop water from pulling up. Like the runoff and everything's got to
Yeah.
really be really good
Yeah.
because everything's like concrete and
And so just,
just
like,
flood everything.
my feet were wet, and then it was like the sort of thing where your feet are wet and they're not drying at any speed, and so then they're just itchy.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And then you have damp walls.
We were so wet that by the end of the first show we were still wet.
oh yeah,
Yeah. It was a saucy show.
must have been a good show.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
for sure.
one hell of a show. Was it a theater? Like a with actors?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what Broadway is.
Sure was.
Can you eat popcorn and look at them?
Yeah.
Throw the popcorn at them?
No, you can't throw the popcorn, but you can eat the popcorn.
Can you throw tomatoes at them?
I think that's
No.
generally frowned
I bet you
upon.
could if you snuck them in, but you're not allowed to do that.
Oh.
Yeah. You would get kicked out pretty quickly,
You can, but should you? No.
and you would probably get an assault charge. It's New York. They can't take a tomato.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Robots.
Robots.
But yeah,
Terminators.
we saw 3 shows in one day, which is
That sounds exhausting.
almost impossible. Just
How long were the
time-wise.
shows?
So 2 of them were 2 hours, and one of them was an hour and a half, and that was the only reason we were able to do it. Otherwise, timing-wise, it
okay.
wouldn't have worked out. And we had to do a lot of running, and we did not get to eat at any point.
Dang. Can't eat in the theater.
So, like, our first meal
Oh!
was before we got on the train. We had Chick-fil-A at like 8 a.m. And, I mean, we had snacks throughout the day, but we didn't get another meal until 10 p.m.
Jeez.
So it was pretty trying. But all the shows were
Yeah,
good.
that sounds rough.
But the last one we saw in particular was pretty fantastic. It's called Operation Mincemeat, and it's a musical telling of the MI5 operation that England did during World War II, where they tricked the Germans into thinking that England was going to invade Sicily by planting false documents on a dead corpse and then setting him up like he crashed his plane in the sea.
What in the world?
It was called Operation Mincemeat, and obviously that was a pretty insane moment in history, and it worked, which was awesome, and really embarrassing for the Germans that they fell for that.
Wait, that was an actual thing?
Yeah, it's an actual thing that happened.
Wow. So they did a theater telling of it.
Yeah, they did a really good job with it. They did a good job of balancing history and fiction.
Like they had
all the names and the people right, but they did a really good job at like leaning in to what those made the people involved interesting or ridiculous, as the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
And so any of the stuff that was obviously fictional fit really well and felt true to the real people on some level, because their exaggerations were derived from truth.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they did a really good job of balancing the comedy and the drama, because obviously the whole thing's absolutely ridiculous.
All right, get out of the area. Hell bomb.
And so
dude, does this spaceship ever go away? It just keeps following me and shooting at me.
Yeah, it does not go away. You have to kill it.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't tell if I'm hitting it.
I've been shooting at it for like 5 minutes.
You need a stronger gun to kill it.
But anyway, they leaned into the comedy and the ridiculousness of the situation, but also did a good job of balancing that with like the drama and reality of it being kind of sad that they don't even know who the corpse is. He's just some bum they found on the street, and they're basically going to desecrate it in a very silly attempt to win a war.
That is crazy. They're like, yes, this bum will work just fine.
It was very good. So if you
I'm ever in New York.
If anyone is braving New York or London, go see Operation Mincemeat. It's probably the best thing there.
Is it like a... Do they just do it over and over again, or is it like a yearly thing, or...
No, it's just as long as people pay to see it, it runs.
So every day?
Every night. Every single night.
Sometimes 2 times.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my gosh.
Actors
That's
are crazy.
That's how Broadway works.
Some of them do 8 shows a week.
Jeez.
Could you imagine that being your job? 8 shows
a week?
Dude,
how is your like vocal cords and everything just... It's not fried?
Well, some of them do a pretty... have to go on long vocal leaves if they're not careful. There's lots of techniques they can do. Different warm-up techniques and relaxation techniques, and they're all highly trained, of course, and like different things, like they're like these weird like hydrator things you can breathe into, and it like juices up your vocal cords. Can't really describe that. Forget what it's called.
It's like a stimulant. Vocal cord stimulants.
I didn't drop in time.
Land on the robot.
You didn't drop and roll.
I'll try. There we go. Success. Yeah, baby. He's dead. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, my favorite musical, Phantom of the Opera, ran on Broadway for over 30 years. 30 years straight, every night. And there were...
Holy crap.
And there were some people who just were content with that and stayed with it the whole time. And that was just their life, being on Phantom.
Job security.
That is insane. Like an entire generation of
Just doing the same thing every night, or almost every night, for over 3 decades.
Dude, your brain would be hardwired for that.
Yeah. Dude, and
Like after...
even though it closed during the pandemic, as many things did, and it's actually coming back in a different theater, and there's actually a bunch of people who are coming back.
They're like, this is my only thing, you know?
Yeah, you would get hardwired. You would miss it. Your routine would feel all wrong.
Yeah. You would know like every line, every freaking...
Yeah, you would know it.
I don't know. I would go crazy.
Oh yeah.
I would be
no,
like...
I know what you mean. I do 3 shows of something and I'm like, all right, I'm enjoying this, but I'm also sick of it.
Just imagine 30 years, dude.
It's unfathomable. I can't imagine it at all.
It takes a certain type of person.
It really does.
It's dedicated to the craft.
It's crazy.
Ouch. What? Deploy the probe? Where do we deploy this probe? Want to probe.
Imagine doing such a tough job like that and you have to live in New York.
Dude.
I'd be like, is it worth it? Like, if I was a major celebrity, no. I might do one of those things where they'll go in and they'll, you know, rent a penthouse and play a character in a Broadway show for like a month and then go back home. Like, I would do that. Maybe. But
maybe.
Be one of those people where that's their life? No.
The Eye of Sauron. What the heck?
Oh, that stupid
There's
thing's
a literal
back.
eye of Sauron over here. Oh, this was a bad time to reload. There's 2 dropships. Oh my gosh.
Where are the others?
We're going towards the objective.
We
The Eye of Sauron is the
knee-deep
objective.
in robots.
Oh,
I'll throw
yeah.
a turret over there.
I'm running over.
Look at that thing. See that tower?
I see it.
He's shooting freaking laser beams.
Blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up. Resupply.
Freaking lasers.
Freaking laser beams.
There's
Oh no,
Oh
you
my
guys.
mines.
No.
Oh.
I revived one guy, but at what cost?
At what a cost, indeed.
Micah, have you seen any of those Fantastic Four trailers?
No.
None of them?
No.
Have you seen anything for it?
No.
I wanted your opinion.
Actually, wait. I'm trying to think.
All right, everybody out. Everybody out.
Oh,
Get out.
I'm running.
I'm running away. Run away! Run away!
Run away.
Excellent. We've probed successfully.
We did it.
We did all the probing. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh jeez.
That's a lot of freaking.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything for it, but on the other hand, I feel like I have. Maybe if you say something, it'll jog my memory.
It's like got a kind of like a 1960s aesthetic.
Hmm.
And in the trailer, there's this stupid chorus that goes, "Fantastic Four."
It goes what?
Fantastic Four.
It goes. Your voice goes away when you go high.
That's too high.
What the heck?
The stream can hear me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they know. They know what's happening. Maybe I should watch it so I can spoil the whole movie for me.
No, I think it's I don't think it will. I think it's
Oh, really?
I think they're hiding a lot. I think it's gonna be girl boss bait and switch, and they're trying to hide.
I already know that.
Well,
I mean, I would not be surprised.
that's what
at
the
all.
leakers say, but I never take anything for granted.
Although the leakers in the past have been very accurate.
They're usually right, but I don't take things for granted.
I don't know. I've been cut way too many times by Marvel to, give them the benefit of the doubt.
Fair enough. I mean, even the things that they are being open about kind of point towards it. Like, part of the Invisible Woman's character description is that she's solved world peace. I think I told you about this, Micah.
What?
It's really like weirdly vague. Like it just says that she quote demilitarized the world.
What? Huh?
Through her activism, she successfully demilitarized the world and brought on world peace.
Her activism. The hell are you talking about?
They're
You smoking crack?
from an alternate reality or something like that. This version.
How does one woman who like can turn invisible and do force field stuff demilitarize
He's smart.
the entire world?
Well, it was like it said something of like they did it like through their company. I forget what it's called. You know, they have like an actual company that's also in the Baxter building with them.
Ah, yes, the company.
And so
The company did this.
It's just really vague. It's like, oh, through her wonderful and brilliant girl boss leadership, she has successfully demilitarized the world and brought on world peace.
Right.
And that's her backstory.
Yeah, just a little,
Just
little,
a little, you know, the
back,
little world peace.
a little bio,
Just a little something.
little small snippets from my
Just things that she used to.
reservoir.
Yeah, just a chip off your little resume there, and but you know it's the soup that's important now. That's what's significant.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bogged down by the whole world peace thing. I just, you know.
It's more of a hobby of mine.
Right. The real job is punching Mole Man in the face. That's my job. Those darn Yancey Streeters always in the way.
Yeah, why would
the
they
real
need
life
superheroes if she single-handedly like created world peace?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Like some stupid.
But you can
like,
kind of tell that that's like where it's, even though they don't say that in the trailer, you can kind of see where that's going, because like Mr. Fantastic is just such a
Why does he keep yelling?
He's such a side note in all of the trailers. Like, he barely says anything. He doesn't do anything.
She yelling for you? Oh my gosh.
Like, he kind of looks like her wife, if that makes sense.
What?
He
looks like her wife.
He looks like arm candy because he doesn't do or
Her
say
wife's
anything.
Her wife's boyfriend's getting upset.
Yeah.
In these comments.
In the comments. And they also have this like weird joke in there where the Thing grows a beard. And it doesn't make any sense.
He's a rock.
He's all rock.
He's a rock.
He's not growing a beard. He's like weirdly elongating his face. He's
growing rocks.
And if he can shave that down, can he lose any rocks in his body? Could he be skinny if he wanted to? How does this work? It just
becomes rock.
It's one of those things.
Could he
where they're
smooth and buff himself so he's shiny?
Oh,
right.
Like,
could he become?
I mean, he's rock, right?
Like the ironic thing in the comics is that he was like the attractive member of the team, and now he's ugly. So it's like, could he make himself attractive now? Because could he just sculpt it into shape?
Yeah, he could chisel out features like handsome Squidward.
Yes, handsome Squidward. Someone, we got to get the Legion of Memers on that right away.
Yeah, handsome Squidward mixed with yeah, that guy.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, it's a stupid ha-ha Disney Marvel joke. Oh, quirky humor. But then in reality, it just raises way too many questions. Because these aren't science fiction writers like they should be. They're just a bunch of dumb activists who only know how to write quippy one-liners. And that's all they do. And so you get like, hee hee hee, the Thing grows a beard. Isn't this quirky? Like, no, it's retarded.
Oh, quirky.
Can you still say that on YouTube? I don't even know. What are the rules?
I don't know. There are no rules. It's all lies. Yeah, when they break the believability of their world by contradicting like rules that the world made up, or they made up whatever in the first place for like a cheap laugh or something, it's just so
it grinds my gears. Oh, when a joke takes you out of it, man, that is the worst. That is the worst.
It's like, wow, this is what we've sacrificed the immersion for. Thank you.
That was mean.
It's so mean. Ow. Oh, dude, you didn't even touch me. What the heck?
You hit me.
Yeah, but you were like 10 feet from me, and you just drop kicked me, and I flew. You like used the force on me. Uh-oh. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how James Gunn, he kind of killed the MCU while saving it. Like,
Yeah.
Jon Favreau had some quirkiness in his Iron Man scripts, but really, like, the arbitrary Marvel humor standard came around after Guardians of the Galaxy did really well. And then Marvel kind of insisted that be the norm across the board. And it got exacerbated by stuff like Ant-Man and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it simultaneously, like, keeps the MCU afloat because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was, like, their last good movie.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it's like it works for the Guardians because Guardians of the Galaxy because that's their thing.
Because it's a talking raccoon and you have to relax.
Yeah. That's just their theme. But I mean, the entire MCU doesn't have to have that whole thing going on.
But it does. It does have to.
Like you can have serious movies like Captain America. That was very good. Yeah. Loved it.
Great.
It was,
a great war movie with a great espionage sequel.
Oh yeah.
A really nice, like, character-driven drama to finish off the trilogy. Very nice. Very nice.
And they were like, what if we do Blacked in America and his sidekick, Soldier Boy?
Yeah, whatever that guy's name is.
I think it's Winter Soldier.
No.
Bucky.
Well, that's Captain America's
That's
sidekick, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Falcon's sidekick is
no, that's
someone
Blacked in
else.
America.
Okay, I'm not saying that.
I mean, it's kind of what it is, though. What the heck is that?
I mean, it could have been.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, it's like I'm absolutely not drawing the line. Like I don't agree with the.
There is no could have been. It could have been good.
He's like absolutely not. No, I mean
Falcon is a dumb. Okay, I like Falcon as Falcon, but he is not Captain America.
You like Falcon as Falcon?
Stop it.
I don't.
Well,
I think he's stupid.
Okay, he was a
if he was
fine side character to Captain America.
In his own right, if he's a sidekick or he's off in his own city doing his own thing alone, that's fine.
Alone.
But like being like, oh, he's an Avenger. It was like, what? No, he's not.
He's just a dude in like a high tech bird costume thing.
And he's not.
And now he's got vibranium and stuff. I'm like, what is going on?
He's not like he's not like written well enough to like be an actual character. Like the thing with Iron Man, it was the whole take off the suit, what are you? Type thing. Is like even without the suit he's still Iron Man, he's still singular. Same goes for Captain America or anyone else. But
right.
With Falcon,
no, I got thrown into the ship. The explosion threw me into the ship.
Oh, that's so funny.
I didn't mean to go into the ship yet.
That was this stupid dude's fault. It freaking blew us all up.
Falcon's just an asshole.
He is just
like he doesn't
terrible.
Like show us his quality or what's interesting about him. He's a very flat character. And his actor's an asshole too, and I think that kind of comes through because he just doesn't have chemistry with anyone else. And so, like, Falcon on paper, used right, is a fine character. It's, you know, in the comics he's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. But in execution, it was just terrible. It was like, even when Marvel was doing good writing, they didn't know what to do with him. And then they somehow thought that he was going to be some kind of a lead. Somehow. It's like, no one cares about this character enough. Because he's a nothing burger of a person.
They shoehorned him in there. I'm just so confused.
He has no personality. He's way less interesting than his comic character. He was okay as a sidekick in Winter Soldier, but the more he started to show up, the more ridiculous it was getting. It was like, why is he around? Why is he here?
Yeah, I mean, you got Bucky from like the first Captain America movie. I'm like, it's just,
Hey.
I don't know, man. Just thinking what could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they should have had anyone take on the mantle of Captain America, but I understand the whole money thing, and if they had to pick anyone, it's stupid that it wasn't Bucky. Just stupid.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he's not a particularly interesting... He doesn't have a particularly interesting personality himself. He's also more of a sidekick character. But part of his...
Well, I'm going to bed. You kids have a good night.
Okay, sweetie.
But part of his character...
Thank you, honey.
...is the brainwashing.
Kiss.
And I think...
What?
Huh?
What?
Brainwashing.
I'm gonna come.
And I think they could have run with that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't know who I am, and I'm finding out who I am. And that could have been
right.
You know, interesting.
The deep rabbit hole of
personality-wise,
him, like,
as he tries to
killing JFK
himself,
or something.
Like, you know, have an actual like character's journey. Like, there are ways to make him work as the new Captain America.
We need Vibranium Falcon, man.
He's just lame. You know, like, I know
agree.
There are complaints
100%.
because, you know, with the whole race thing, because, you know, it's just another... You know, it's just black people getting the sloppy seconds of white people all over again. But I don't even care about that at this point, because they don't even have the decency to make him a good and interesting character.
Yeah. It's like
if they're going to do stupid things, they could at least do stupid things well.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really, you know, freaking out because he's black, whatever. Of course, I don't know what the original Falcon race was, but...
Well, no, I'm, you know, Falcon is supposed to be black, but I meant, like, as Captain America.
Yeah. Oh, as Captain, yeah, well... I mean, if he was, like... He's not actually, like, the original Captain America. He's, like, is it Prodigy? Or,
Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing, is it's less about the race and more about the fact that Captain America is Steve Rogers. And what makes Captain America is not the suit or the powers. It's his values, his personality.
It's the man.
His moral capabilities that make him interesting and complement all of the other features.
Yeah.
And make him a complete and well-rounded character. So you try to put anyone else in the suit and it's like, well, why? How is that supposed to work?
It's stupid.
It's stupid. It's very stupid.
It's like what was that other movie? I didn't watch it. Was it Wakanda Forever? Is that a movie, or am I just imagining things?
Wakanda Forever is the sequel to Black Panther. Yes.
What even happened in that movie? Did you watch it?
I think it was like a war. I didn't watch it. I think it was like it was like 2.5 hours, and I was like, hell no, I don't want to see it.
2.5 hours of just screwing around. It's like, all right, so this is what's happening in Wakanda land.
Yeah, exactly. And it was, I think it was like a war between Wakanda and another country. And it was really, one of the things that I heard about it that was funny was the fact that Wakanda feels entitled to the aid of others, like America. You know, there was a whole political thing going back and forth across all the movies that Wakanda appeared. But at the same time, Wakanda refuses to share its technology with anyone else. And with the people that, you know, they don't try to extend an olive branch to the people that they're at war with. They just kind of insist on dominating them. It's like an assumed thing. like there's no political nuance to the movie. They're just like, we're Wakanda and we're the best, so we're right.
Take care of these guys.
And it just makes Wakanda look really bad because they're just a bunch of hypocrites who feel entitled to everybody else's stuff, but won't give anyone anything and won't help.
That is funny. Because I saw the trailer for Ironheart, and
Ironheart.
Apparently, maybe she was in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
maybe?
She was in that movie. I heard.
So I was like, what?
And nobody liked her, so they've been like delaying releasing the show as much as they can. They're hoping that if they released it in the summer, there's so much going on that no one will really notice. You know, like everyone's going to be talking about Superman and Fantastic Four. They won't notice if we, you know, dump Ironheart onto Disney
out there
quietly.
Like, look at this. We did a thing, you know. I thought Ironheart was going to be the daughter of Tony Stark. Wasn't that planned, like, back when he died?
Yes.
In the Avengers, or
although that's a different character. She's not called Ironheart. She has her own thing.
Oh.
Like, Ironheart is it's not a recent comic, but it's, in the grand scheme of Marvel history, fairly recent. Like, it was, you know, within the 2000s. And it was basically just like this weird power fantasy about a black girl who plagiarizes Iron Man and becomes the better Iron Man.
Right.
And the character was written to a really impressively insufferable degree. Like, she's just
that's
entitled and rude. And it does, like, this hilarious flashback where she's been like that since she was a child, and it's supposed to be like, oh, she was a child genius. It's like, no, she was a little bitch. It just endears you to the character even less, because you're like, oh, she was always like this? No.
She was always this?
She doesn't have a chance for redemption? Oh, okay.
Always this unbearable? So I guess they've been doing this for quite a while then.
So yeah, they've
completely.
they've been subverting the Tony Stark daughter storyline for quite a while. Because that's how it was back in the day. But
Yeah, I think that's probably the only way you'd be able to have another Iron Man would be a successor from his, kid. In the form of his kid. Or, yeah, probably. That would be it.
yeah, that's another problem of trying to separate a character from what makes them work. Like, it would have to be someone who's related to him who has similar quirks.
Yeah. And then, like, Tony becomes the AI in the suit, and then, like, yes, I've programmed myself to help you in your journey.
They did that with Spider-Man a little bit.
Yeah. Spider-Man is his own, like, hero character, you know? They're trying to, like, make him into Iron Man, Spider-Man. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, they didn't really need
going
to do
on?
that. It was unnecessary.
What's happening? Yeah. This is kind of crazy.
And I love it in the third one, you know, Tony Stark is dead, so like, well, we can't do anything more with that. I guess we'll kill Aunt May. Take her out.
Yeah.
Kill her.
Gotta take both aunt and uncle.
Say the
Kill them.
line.
Say the line.
And then you can die.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh.
I think, my hot take is I think Fantastic Four should have been an animated film. I think their powers are just too weird. Mr. Fantastic in particular, there's like no amount of professional CGI that can make him not be horrifying. It's just too weird.
Yeah. Yeah. That is interesting hot take. I mean, I agree with you. Honestly,
I mean, they're definitely one of Marvel's weirdest teams, if not the weirdest. And it's written so, like, I've read a lot of the original Fantastic Four, and it's written in such a lighthearted way. It must have been deliberate. Like, everybody's all, oh, golly gee willikers. And they're very, very quirky. Very, very silly.
like...
Because, like, the Marvel characters are, like, varying levels of serious. Like, Captain America, Iron Man, pretty serious. The X-Men, very serious. You know, Spider-Man... Serious, but with an edge of, you know, quippiness to it. To keep the energy up. But then Fantastic Four, they were like, this is where we put the weird stuff.
We're like, we're gonna go all out.
So I feel like if you want to actually make a faithful adaptation of Fantastic Four comics, it should be animated so that you have that room to be weird without, you know, obliterating your suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
Because the Fantastic Four in live action, that suspension of disbelief is hanging by a thread. Quite frankly.
You're like, what the hell? Yeah, that is funny, because I think, was it the last Fantastic Four was like super serious? They were like
Yeah, like dead serious.
dark, broody, teenage getting, what they get, like kidnapped or something, or
Who are
imprisoned.
you? I'm Mr. Fantastic.
It was weird.
Dude.
Weird as hell. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're just throwing spaghetti at the wall at this point. It's like, what's gonna work? Throw everything at it.
What?
Go, go, go.
What characters have we not defiled? What do we do? What do we do?
Pull this guy out of the
Keep
grave.
from drowning. Give the thing a beard. Haha. Maybe it'll work.
So funny. So funny.
So funny. I'm just my balls are exploding from the amount of hilarity. It's just unbearable.
Oh, yes.
Just unbearable.
There's no hope.
I don't know.
Maybe Superman will be good. Maybe
yeah,
that'll brighten us all up.
maybe it will. Or maybe
Be like,
it'll
wow.
be full of cringy James Gunn humor, and we'll all want to shoot ourselves.
The diamond in the rough.
I don't even. I want
Oh my goodness.
Superman. 2 hours and 9 minutes. Pretty average, I guess.
9 minutes. 9 minutes after the 2-hour mark.
The original Superman movie is like 1,000,000 years long, so 2 hours and 9 minutes is fine.
What was it, like 3 hours or something?
I don't know. I have the director's cut, so my sense of it is like warped. I think it's like 2 hours and like the director, like the movie is. I'm just gonna Google it. Okay, so the movie is 2 hours and 7 minutes. The director's cut is 2 hours and 20 minutes. But it's a good movie, but it's like it's
Feel like a long time or something.
First ever Superman movie, so they take time with the backstory.
Oh,
so he doesn't
yeah.
become Superman for like 40 minutes, and it just makes the movie feel really long.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if you're ready for it. But the first time I watched it, I was like, wow, this this be dragon.
Like, this is like right there.
This
Builds up the character, though. You're just like, wow, this is why he thinks this way. This is why he has morality and doesn't just turn into
Yeah,
what's his face from The Boys?
Homelander.
Homelander.
'Cause that would be gay.
That would be very gay.
Superman
Because he
Returns is
forces
2.5 hours
people to
for
be gay.
absolutely no reason.
Dang.
It's like 50% of a good movie. They're like, what if we wrote some good pages and then the rest are just absolute garbage, and then we made a movie?
Yes.
They're like, yes, I will pay for that.
This is very good.
Superman Returns.
Yes.
It's the best. Well,
The best.
I think that's all the time we have for today. I think that should be it. Because if we get started talking about Superman movies, I'm gonna lose my mind and
Yes, this is
I'm gonna
good time
start
to stop.
ranting about the broken potential of Superman 3, and then it's just gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy.
It's too much to handle.
My hot take is that there are several Superman movies that I like and enjoy, but there's never been a perfect one. Like Batman has gotten several cinematic masterpieces, honestly. Just winners.
Mm-hmm.
Superman,
Need to keep
they
going.
never just nail it. There's always something, some glaring issue, even in the best ones. It just hurts me. It hurts me. I want that perfect Superman movie, damn it. I want it.
Come on, do it.
It's like the guy with the stick.
Come on.
Do something.
Come on, make a perfect Superman movie.
I'm gonna be so disappointed, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
No one can please me.
just don't butcher the Superman. Just
'Cause I
don't do
want
it.
classic Superman.
Yes.
To throw people and threaten to tear their heart out in a jaunty way. I want him throwing around dudes and being like, "You're going to the gallows, son." It's great stuff. It's the best.
Yeah, you keep posting it in the Discord and it's awesome.
It's all just two-based. Two-based.
The quotes are fantastic.
He's such a Chad. Love him.
Yes.
Alright, if you made it this far, comment, I don't know, got any ideas?
Nope.
Comment.
Wait. Oh, prediction on Superman.
Yeah, predict Superman. Go.
Predict it.
Thanks for listening.